Hey traders, welcome back. This is our weekend review video for last week's trading results. This is from the week of July 25th. All right, let's get into it. It was another busy week with several rolled trades that you'll see here during the week. We did take about, well, that's wrong. It should be, I think, about 25. I don't know why that title didn't get fixed. I think it was closer to, let me just verify here. Yeah, it was 25. We had 25 total trades that we took during the week. Monday was a busy day, as it is usually. We're doing our SSO trade every day, except we didn't do it on Friday of this week. So we'll reinitiate it here today on Monday. But we did that trade. And again, that's still a little bit of a work in progress, but it's a nice use of overnight buying power. So we'll continue to try to tweak and refine that a little bit more as we go forward. We did a 1 DTE. We did an overnight trade on the E-minis that we started on Sunday. That worked out quite well. Did a 0 DTE again. It was a pretty solid trade, very low capture rate on that, but it worked out okay. We did have a rolled trade, a Q4 DTE trade from the previous week that we had rolled in. So that's why you see it has a little bit higher buying power in it and a little bit higher profit. That's from the roll. We did a 4 DTE on the SPY. We're able to book, get out of that a little bit early. Obviously, last week was FOMC, and so we exited that on Wednesday. So it was a little bit lower profit, but we generally do that on FOMC, where we'll get out of most of our big positions prior to the announcement and then try to re-enter them if we can. We did a 4 DTE on Tesla. That ended up being a nice little trade, and then we did double dip today, this Monday. On the 0 DTEs, we got another one in on the NDX trade, on the NDX, and about 15,000 buying power there, $570 profit. It was a solid day, about $2,000 of net profit. Tuesday, we had a good day scalping. Our SSO trade lost some money there. Our IWM strangle, we ended up booking a profit on that. It was in a solid profit zone. It was a trade that we had rolled also from the previous week. And with FOMC coming up on Wednesday, we wanted to go ahead and get out of that, which we did. We had a small 0 DTE on Tuesday, $3,000 buying power, $90 profit. We put a butterfly on the SPX as well. Looked like it had a really pretty darn good shot, but it didn't go, and so that was a $40 loss with the $40 that we put into the trade. This was sort of a structured trade right here. I had already booked my profit on this 0 DTE. I knew I had $90 there, so I was willing to go ahead and spend 40 of it here and on the butterfly. Didn't work, but it looked like it was a high probability trade. CCL, we did a butterfly there as well. That we initiated with $50. It was a high probability butterfly as well. It's almost like a 40% probability of success trade, but we got to the close on Friday and it just didn't look like it was going to come to fruition, which it wouldn't have had we held it. So we went ahead and got out of that at a small loss. 1 DTE credit strangle on the E-minis. That ended up not doing as well as I had thought that it was going to do. I was looking for maybe as much as $500 profit, but we were able to exit it at a slight profit of $100. So about $1,800 on the day for Tuesday. Wednesday, we had a pretty solid 0 DTE. I was pretty happy with that one, $10,000 in, $800 of profit back. Our SSO trade ended up being a nice trade for us that particular day. And then we had a couple tiny short positions that we were wanting to build in GME and AMC, but they were in the profit zone, looked kind of technically like they were going to reverse a little bit, so we just went ahead and exited those. We were able to book a small profit on each one of those. And then we did a directional trade with $50 of buying power in the SQs and ended up looking at almost a full loss there. We were able to get out with a slight credit still on that trade. gave back about $33 on that. So it ended up being about a $800 profit day for us on Wednesday. Thursday, we got into a 0 DTE, and we've rolled this now twice. So we've rolled this 0 DTE that we initiated here on Thursday. We've rolled it out. We rolled it out to Friday, and then we rolled it out again to today, which is Monday, August the 1st, as I'm speaking right now. So we still don't have a result on that. We're still working that trade. Scalping had a bad day on scalping, $2,600 loss there. The SSO trade did okay, $12 profit. Our IWM trade, we were able to reinitiate this trade on Wednesday, right after the FOMC announcement, and then we took it off on Thursday. So not a big profit, but we were able to exit it at a profit. It looked like it was going to be slipping away on us. And with Friday expiration still a day away, we just went ahead and closed that one out. We did have a SPY trade that was a 4DTE that we reapplied on Thursday, and we've ended up rolling that one out. We rolled it twice. Market started really pushing, of course, after the FOMC. I believe we only have the call side in on this trade right now, and we rolled it out twice to this coming Wednesday's expiration. It looks pretty good here, but we may even need or want to roll it out once again to Friday's expiration to try to bump that strike price up just a little bit. But we'll obviously see. We'll obviously take a look at that as the market opens up this morning. We put another Q trade on, so we double dipped on both of our 4DTEs this past week. We put on the Q trade Wednesday, right after the FOMC announcement came out, and we only got the put side in on the trade, and the very next day we were up 4% on it. We could have put the call side in, we could have worked it a little bit more, but generally speaking, when you make 4% in a day, it's just a prudent thing to just kind of book your profit, take your money and run. So all things said, it was about a $2,500 loss for me on Thursday. Friday, not very much activity. Well, actually, there was a lot of activity, but not a lot of recorded activity, as we just had our Twitter trade that we booked our profit on. That was a nice little trade. We'll see what this week looks like. We've been working Twitter quite a bit here as of late, but it's getting a little tougher on the premium here. So we'll have to see what that looks like this coming week, if we can reiterate that trade or not. We obviously, we worked and we adjusted and we added to our SPX 0 DTE that we had rolled from Thursday. We worked that here on Friday and ended up ultimately rolling that to today, to Monday's expiration. So not a lot to report there on Friday, $42 profit on the day. The net results for the week, it was a good week. It was a solid week. My actual averaged buying power deployed kind of went down a little bit. My max buying power deployed has shot up dramatically as we've adjusted now this 0 DTE SPX trade that I'm in. We've adjusted it 3 times. So I've pretty much maxed out my buying power on that particular position. But it was a $2,300 profit, net profit for the week, all said and done. Obviously, in the notes, I am still working the SPY trade that we rolled to this Wednesday. We'll take a look at that. I'm going to look here just real quickly in my account on that. Yeah, it's rolled to August the 3rd, Monday. And the short strike, just the call side on the SPYs, short strike is 415. And we're at about 412 or 411, somewhere in that range right now on the SPY. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, we feel like the market is overstretched a little bit here. We'll have to see if if a roll is necessitated here to Friday, but we may very well do that today in our trading session. And then we do have our SPX roll that we've rolled out twice now as well. And we've got puts and calls on that right now. Now, it's a little bit of a ratio trade, not as many puts as we have calls. So we've got a little bit of flexibility to work that today as well. So we'll see what the end result of that is. You'll probably see that obviously booked in this upcoming week's results on our review. Updated performance results. You can take a look at where we're at on all of our results. 92 days of 0 DTE opportunities now that we have had this year. We've done 141 trades. 135 have been winners, 5 have been losers, and then we do have that one open rolled position set for today's expiration that we are continuing to work. Also remember, if you are in our live trading room, we do record all of our Zoom sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are recorded for you. So if you ever want to go back and review our trades, just go up to the top of the trade chat room and click the pin, and you can pull down a list there of all of the available videos. Our 4DTE trades, we're up to 97 winners and 7 losers. We do have that one SPY trade open that is being rolled right now. We should have the fruition or the result of that this week. Our IWM credit strangles, 29 total weeks of opportunities there that we've taken. We were able to double dip a couple times, this past week being one of them. And, so far so good on that trade. That's really been, it's a solid trade from a flexibility standpoint. I don't know percentage-wise how many of these trades, these IWM trades, we've had to adjust or roll or manipulate or change in some way. But they're fairly easy to do. And so it's allowed us to stay ahead of these volatile weeks when we have them. So that's been a good winner for us. Pairs trades, we're going to be looking at getting back into some pairs trades this week. We haven't had any for a couple weeks now, so we'll get started on those again. Those have obviously been very successful for us, as the bear market trades have as well. But one of the things that I mentioned last week, and I'll reiterate again this week, it's counterintuitive as the market goes down, but it's actually harder when the market is in a bearish mode to find bear market trades, because one of the things we're looking for is, something that is a little frothy, a little overextended to the upside. And so they're a little harder to find. We're going to try to find some more here in the future, but they're not as easy to find as some of our other trades. Our Tuesday, Thursday 0 DTE butterflies, our bonus trade days where we usually add a butterfly in on the trade. We've had 23 total trades there. 21 were winners, 1 was a loser. The one SPX trade that we are in right now that is a rolled trade, that was from last Thursday. And so we don't really have a return average from last week because that trade is still open and working. Scalping was a mixed bag for me this past week. That tends to be the case as of late. I'm going to go back, I think, this week to the E-minis. So it should be, I think, maybe a little bit more predictable in terms of results on scalping. No new dragonflies or double diagonals. Those are nice when we can find them. The premium skew has been a little tough right now as of late for finding some double diagonals, but we are going to look this week, probably Thursday, to add a new dragonfly trade. So we'll be looking for a new one of those coming up. Our positive Vega trades have been fantastic so far. I did put up a little training video this past week on those, if you haven't seen that. And those trades have worked out really, really well for us. And we've had some good directional help on those. So that obviously skews the results a little bit. It makes it a little easier to book the winners when you're hitting those results correctly. But so far, so good on those. And we will be adding another one of those trades to the mix this week as well. Our SSO trades, again, we'll report those on a monthly basis. We should have roughly 20 of those trades done a month. And so we'll be able to look at those in aggregate. And so we got a couple more weeks, I think, to go here, and we can start looking at those results. It'll be interesting to see, number one, what the results are, but number two, what we continue to do there with just maybe tweaking and refining that approach just a little bit. The asymmetric results, it's again been an awesome run for us here. The asymmetric system, the AST program, as we affectionately call it, is not trading, it's investing. It's a asset allocation model portfolio. It's passive in nature. It takes about 5 minutes a day to make our daily morning adjustments to the portfolio. We usually have somewhere between 2 and 10 adjustments each morning that we make to the portfolio, and then you're done for the day. we're not trading it. You're not looking at it. You just walk away and you're done. So it does, again, take about 5 minutes a day to manage or adjust those new positions. Dual fold mandate here, it really is very simplistic in that sense, in that it's not, some sophisticated strategy like we use in the live trading room. It's just a dual fold mandate. Number one, try to beat the overall market return. So if the market loses 20% in a year and we lose 15, we call that a win. This is, again, something that you would compare against your IRA or your mutual fund or your index fund in terms of investing results. So mandate number one, beat the market returns. And mandate number two, do it at less risk. We measure risk via standard deviation, which is just volatility. It's, how much movement are you getting each day in the stock market, and how much movement are you getting each day in our model portfolio? And I'm happy to report that as tough and as challenging as this year has been, it has been absolutely amazing for us. Our outperformance has shrunk just a little bit here over the last 2 weeks. The market was just as recent as a couple of weeks ago was down 20%, and we were up about 3%. So we've stayed pretty much even, and the market has obviously snapped back pretty substantially here over the last couple of weeks. But we're still had just this huge outperformance of the marketplace. We doubled the market return with this model portfolio last year. And on a percentage basis, we're actually outperforming it even more this year than we did last year. So the 3% return for the year doesn't look that impressive, but again, held up against the dual fold mandate of the purpose of the portfolio, we're really, really happy with it. We're really, really proud of it. So I'm going to be working on an updated video here. I think we only have up through maybe February of this year. Of the daily results. We're going to update that. I'm going to update that here in the next couple of days to bring forward the first half of the year. But yeah, it's been a good program for us. Very, very pleased with that. If you are interested in taking a look at either of our programs, if you're interested in more of a passive investing approach with the asymmetric trading system, or you're interested in our live trading room where we do pretty much every type of trade under the sun, we do have an absolute no risk guarantee where you can jump in and give it a go, give it a try, and it's a free 1-week trial, no cost, no charge, no obligation. If you do like it, you can sign up for the first month. And if you really don't feel like these trades are life-changing, meaning these are opportunities that maybe you've never even seen before, trading styles, trading strategies, trading approaches that you are not familiar with, and they're not eye-opening for you, and you've done everything that we've asked you to do, you've participated in the program, we'll give you double your money back. So really no risk if you do want to give it a go. I'll put a couple of links for you in the description box below. Other than that, though, guys, that was our weekend review. Look forward to seeing you guys in the trading room here this morning in just a few hours. Take care.